I just left the gym and I'm like, I'm so skinny. My skin is clear. Life is great. I have an amazing career. Why would I have a baby? Like, why would I interrupt this amazing life with a baby? But then I'm also like, I'm 29. I need a baby. I need a family. But I have my amazing man. That's my family, right? Like, do I really need a baby? Some days I'm like, I want a child, then I don't, then
A lot of the people that are child-free by choice would unironically be the best parents. Anytime I have discussions with people about having kids or not having kids, the people who are conscientiously deciding not to have children have thought through every possible scenario as to why or why not they would want children. Like, the level of forethought comes from a deeply selfless place. And I think it takes a lot of humility and courage to even say to yourself, like, oh, if I can't do this one thing 100% perfect, it's not going to make me happy. Well, you know what? Maybe I don't want to be a disservice to my child. Like, you got to be really self-aware to decide that, hey, maybe motherhood or fatherhood's not for me. And coincidentally, those are all the skills that would make a great parent, but I just think that's funny.
I'm on my lunch break, I'm bored. I have a list in my notes app of sentences that remind me why I don't want kids. If you're sensitive, don't listen. I would rather regret not having a kid than having one. I have never met a mom that I wanted to switch lives with. I have never stopped in a moment and thought this would be so much better with a kid. I would be a great mom, just not a happy one. I don't want to lose myself to save someone else. It literally never looks fun. Too much responsibility. I already have a full-time job. I don't want a full-time job on top of a full-time job. I don't like the idea of someone else's life depending on me. I would make my life their life. My life would no longer be my life. I am too selfish. Kids can make or break a marriage, and I don't want to take that gamble. They are expensive. I like doing nothing more than anything. Sleeping is more important to me than breathing. I don't like listening to them cry. I have so many more, but that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed.
I hate how people with kids can just be like, oh man, I love having kids. I can't wait to have more. Or people who don't have kids, who want kids, are just like, you know, it's my one and only dream. I want to have kids. I can't wait to be a mom, be a dad, whatever. And the whole world is just like so happy for them and so positive, and everyone is just like so genuine. But the second I go, oh yeah, I'm never having kids, like I don't want kids ever, people are like, what's wrong with you? They think that just because I say I never want kids, they're like, why do you hate kids? I didn't say that. Like, I have 23 nieces and nephews, so I know. Like, I love kids. I love my nieces and nephews with my whole heart. That solidifies the fact that I do not want kids. I don't want to be a mom. I don't want to be a parent. I want to live life with me and my husband for the rest of our life. I have no desire to be a mother. Like, I can't, like, put it into words how much I don't want to be a mom. It's 5 o'clock on a Thursday night. I'm drinking some wine. I'm going to lay down, put Grey's Anatomy on, and work on my puzzle that my husband bought me. That's it. I have no other worries. Like, that's it.
Do you have kids?
No.
Do you get shit from people for not having kids?
I don't get shit. You get attitude. I just don't pay that much attention to it. Yeah, it's always weird, especially because I've worked in transnational feminist work for most of my life for the past 50 years, and so I travel a lot all over the world, and especially in other cultures. You know, New York is very different, right? But in other places you go, and the first question people ask you as a woman is, how many kids do you have? You know, where are your kids? And so that's not shit, but it's an expectation that you have to constantly be saying, I don't have kids, and then, you know, people are kind of thinking, what's wrong with you? But yeah.
Get ready with me as I tell you some superficial reasons why I don't want children. So the first one is, I don't want my body to change at all. I've spent so much money on my like Pilates and gym memberships, creams and all that stuff, Botox, filler. Babe, I'll be damned. Another reason is I want to continue to go on my yearly Europe vacations with my partner. I don't want that to stop. Last year we went for 5 weeks. This year we're going for 2 weeks. I don't want to stop that. I want to continue buying Dior products for the rest of my life and not having to give that money to some child. I love luxury bags. Like, I have a running list on my notes in my notes app that my fiance has access to, and like, of the bags I want. I don't want to be putting my money into a child's future college fund. No. My makeup and skincare costs are high because I love to try everything. I'm truly like a product whore. I love trying everything, and so I don't want some kid and be like, oh, let's get this toy. No, babe, no. Another reason is I don't want hospital bills, and I don't want to have to leave work to go to the hospital because my child, something happened to them. I don't care. I don't like noise. It's Patrick Taw, by the way. I don't like noise, and I don't like noise in my house. So I don't want children running around my house 24/7, especially when you come home and they're like, "Mommy." God, that is literally a nightmare for me. I still wake up sometimes thinking I had a child and I'm in utter panic, and it felt like the worst nightmare of my life. I don't want to have to ever coordinate with my partner of who's staying home with the kids if I have to go to the gym or he has to go to the gym. No. I don't want to feel resentment towards my partner at any point. I don't want to have to do that or feel like that. If he wants to go on a trip with his friends or me with mine, like I don't want our relationship to change. Another reason is I don't want to have to do kid activities, like look up community events in my area and figure out what to do to entertain kids. That sounds really boring. I'm sorry, as moms. I don't ever want to be considered a hot mom. Like, I don't want to be ever considered a mom for anything. I'm not a mom. I just don't want that title. And for the last reason, the big one, I love a clean house. I don't like mess. I don't like any mess in my house. Let me know some of yours if you're child free. I would love to hear them. Give me the most superficial ones.
To the man who was in my DM saying, oh, the reason why you don't want to have kids is because you are lazy and you want to avoid responsibility. You ate with that one, because you really know my mind, because that's exactly how I think. Bitch, I don't want to be responsible for myself half the time. Every day I pray and wish I could go back to being a kid. Yeah, I don't want. Why? That's what most people who don't want to have, we don't want responsibilities. Like, I don't want no heavy ass responsibility like that. I am not trying to be responsible for nobody's life, nobody fuck up, nobody nothing. So yeah, you ate that one.
I don't want kids because I want an easy life. I want a soft life. I want a boring life. I want a calm life. I want a quiet life. I don't have patience to help other people besides myself and my dog. I'm just protecting my peace here.
One of the best decisions I've ever made for myself is to be child-free. And I don't care what anybody says, or if they're gonna come at me in the comments saying I'm selfish and I only care about myself. Because people have kids for very selfish reasons. People will have kids to take care of them when they're older, to prove to their parents that they could be a better parent. I literally throw up thinking about that. Literally, my own mother told me, when I told her the shit she did to me growing up, she was like, just have your own kids and do a better job. Excuse me? Just like, so disgusting. And second of all, I don't need validation from a child. That I'm a good person, that I have worth, that I have purpose, because I can find all that within myself. When you look for that from a child, you will inevitably traumatize them, put them into a role they did not ask to be in, and essentially you're making a choice on behalf of someone else that didn't get a say in it, because you wanted to have joy and bring life into the world because it is so beautiful. What about all the other lives that already exist, the billions of them? But it has to come from you though, right? It has to be your own, because you're fulfilling a reason within yourself. Anyways, on top of that, I spent a huge chunk all my fucking childhood being a therapist for my mom, for people around me, constantly literally abandoning myself because I had to make other people happy. And I'm like, dude, I am not putting off my life anymore. Like, I'm not going to be living for someone else. I'm going to be living for myself, and I'm going to be living for the people that are already here and existing in the world that I love, that are my soul family. Like, those are the people that matter to me. I don't need to bring another person in here to be like, I don't have friends, so let me have a fucking kid because they'll love me unconditionally. No. Literally, one of the best decisions I could ever make. Literally one of the best decisions I could ever make. I am so happy with my decision every single day. When I have disposable income, I could do whatever the fuck I want. And I could just be free and explore life. And if I want to hang around kids, I will literally go hang around my friends that have kids, or my family members that have kids. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, let me take your kid for like a couple hours and let me give it back to you. But it's such a beautiful life. It's so awesome. And for anybody that tells you like, you're going to regret it, it's like, I'm not regretting it right now. I'm not going to regret it later, because I'm not going to make someone else my guarantee as to why I need someone like to take care of me when I'm older. I'm going to figure all that shit out on my own and not put that onto a brand new person that I decided to bring here because I wanted to.